Hello YouTube, welcome back to Stretch's Tricks, Tips, and Tools. My name is Stretch. Well guys, still working on this Honda engine. I noticed when I got the carburetor linkage loose that this governor shaft here was frozen. So I took this, I was careful to take this off, and I couldn't turn this shaft at all. So I kept working at I put this back on and tightened it up, and I kept squirting it and wiggling it a little bit. Finally I got it free, and I took this off. You notice this little clip right here? You want to make real sure that you don't take that clip off, because if you do, that shaft will drop down inside the engine, and you'll have to take the engine completely apart to get it back out. So that's this is the governor shaft here, and this piece of linkage goes on here and it clamps on with this bolt. And once you get the carburetor on, you adjust this, and there's several YouTube videos on the channel that'll tell you how to do it. I'll explain to do it when I get the carburetor stuff on. Speaking of carburetors, this old carburetor here is in such bad shape. Corrosion. I could not free up the butterflies on the choke or on the throttle. I got to looking at it, and it's so corroded and in bad condition, I decided just to get a new carburetor. I was able to find one on Amazon, brand new replacement carburetor. It's not a genuine Honda carburetor, but it's exactly the same thing, brand new. I got the carburetor. I got they give you a little fuel line for it, and they give you the little filter screen that goes in the bottom of the tank, which is something that I needed. Plus, they give you 3 gaskets and a spark plug, a new spark plug, all for 18 bucks. So I couldn't pass up that deal. But that's the last money I'm going to spend on this thing until I get the carburetor put back on and see if it's going to run, if I can even get it to run. Because I don't want to spend any more money on this thing if it's not going to run. So what I'm going to do now is put the carburetor back on. Put the carburetor back on. First part to go on is the new gasket, and it's got a funny hole shaped in it here, so it only goes one way. Then this carburetor isolator goes on here. And then the new carb gasket. This other gasket is in real nice shape, so I'm going to save this one and use the old gasket. Carburetor goes next, and it goes on like such. And we need to get this linkage in here. It has to go in the carburetor as you put it on. This goes right in there. The spring hooks in here. This spring is just a tension spring. It takes all the slop out of the linkage. It's not a return spring. The other end of the spring hooks into here. And that keeps this linkage tight. Carburetor goes on here. Then your air filter box goes on. But I forgot one thing. This is the choke mechanism that goes on here also to operate the choke. Okay, and then your spark plug wire goes down in there also. this hose here, I'll have to, it's for the vent here, but I'll have to cut it to the right length. I don't know what size it is. And we got one more gasket that goes on here. That's this gasket here. It goes like this, I believe. Nope. Guess again. That's not it either. Let me see here. Got the right gasket? Oh, no, that's not the right gasket. This is the gasket that goes on there. And it goes like this. And this part goes on here. So, and choke lever has to go through that hole. And also the fuel lever. And this hose, let me cut this hose off, hang on. The hose is going to be about this long right here. This hose in here. Okay. Okay, and that all goes together like that, and there's two nuts that hold that on. Those are 10mm nuts go on there. Should hold all that in the proper position. Now, according to what I've seen on eBay, you need to rotate this shaft clockwise as far as it'll go. And you want this to be all the way over here, which is wide open throttle. And then you hold that in place and tighten this nut up here. So that should be the governing this thing. And I think what I'm going to do, I don't have any of that ether stuff, starting fluid, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little gas and put in here, and we'll see if this thing will fire off. Okay, we got a little gas in there. Let's see if she'll fire off. Oh yeah, she's going to run. She's going to run. I got to something wrong with this pull start again. I'm just going to check it out again. Maybe I need to wind that spring up a little tighter. Doesn't seem to want to return. Check it out. Well, we know this thing's going to run, so we can continue our progress on making it happen. Thanks for watching, YouTubers. If you enjoyed what you've seen here today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you'd like, and then you won't miss any of the other upcoming videos that I've got going. Just remember, my name is Stretch, and always remember to work smarter, not harder. See you next time.